MinExCRC's coiled tubing drilling system comprising the ROXplorer CT drill rig and hydraulic processing system HPS was mobilized to Kapunda, South Australia in August and September 2021 for field trials in collaboration with MinExCRC affiliate EnviroCopper. Kapunda is the site of South Australia's oldest profitable copper mine, first opened in the 1840s, which EnviroCopper are developing into a sustainable, low-impact, in-situ copper recovery operation. There's enough historic drilling to calculate an inferred resource at Kapunda. However, EnviroCopper are exploring options for safe, environmentally friendly and low-cost alternatives for the additional drilling required to further define the resource and to enable fluid management in the proposed ISR operation.
We're looking at recovering the remaining 117,000 tonnes of copper at the old heritage Kapunda mine via in-situ recovery. We've been very privileged to be part of MinExCRC and having the Coiled Tube Drill Rig up here. We're very keen on this sort of technology because the fact that this mine is a tourist mine and the council, yes, they own it and the state own the resources, but we would still like to keep it as a tourist mine and have people still access the mine. So when we are looking at putting in the wells, it'd be great to do them horizontally and off the mine site itself, and using that kind of technique with this MinExCRC Coiled Tube Drill Rig could potentially be a real game changer to this project.
What we've found is that the geology is very suitable out here for the technique we're using. And in fact, if you walk around the mine site, you can actually see copper leaching naturally out of the ground. We're looking at doing in-situ recovery at Kapunda, technique which involves drilling a whole heap of injection and extraction wells, injecting a solution down that rinses copper from the ground and extracting it up the other bore. So minimal footprint, low environmental impact, a really good technique for places where you have competing land use issues, being close to towns and things like that. The ground out there is quite complicated with underground workings and faults and fractures, and we need to be able to sort of place holes very precisely so that we don't intersect old workings. Having it steerable will be a massive bonus for us, being able to strategically place wells in the target ore body.
The drill rig being a nice small footprint fits with our messaging because in-situ recovery is all about low impact, not just within the environmental side of things with the lixiviants, but there's no open cut pit. We're not taking out large amounts of ground, so the mine's going to be minimal, and the impact is afterwards, when we've finished, is going to be minimal.
Kapunda is the first commercial metal mine in Australia, and we're very proud of that fact. And it's far more than a hole in the ground. It was an amazing contributor to the state. But the hard workers that came here in those early days, they had a vision, and I think that has been an inherited spirit into the town which has been carried through. Our council have supported this program from the beginning. To have this happening in our council region, in our town, in Kapunda, we've got to say we're at the forefront again of technology and of innovation, because that's what this is.
Kapunda is 1 hour north of the CT drill rig's home base at Mawson Lakes, with excellent support facilities just minutes from the drill site, making it an ideal location for our first off-site mobilization and drilling operation with the integrated drill rig and HPS platform. The CT platform was mobilized from Mawson Lakes to Kapunda on the 30th of August using a total of 4 vehicles. The site was set up and ready to drill within 3 hours of arrival, occupying a space of 18 by 18 meters, which were fenced for security and walled by hay bales on one side to reduce the noise disturbance to a neighboring property. We commenced drilling on the day of arrival and were drilling on site for 10 days, operating in shortened day shift to ensure minimal disturbance to the Kapunda community. After 2 weeks of drilling, we spent additional 5 days field trialing some of the new ROXplorer sampling and locking technologies that has been in development since 2019. Deepest existing hole at Kapunda is 120 meter deep, and during the time we spent at Kapunda, we were able to collar and drill a 290 meter vertical hole through partially weathered to fresh basement rock, including 80 meters drilled in 9 hours. Mitigate, regain circulation and continue drilling after 3 lost circulation events during which circulation was lost to highly broken fault zones. We were able to capture drill cuttings at 1 meter intervals over 90% of the drill depth with rock and textures and mineralogy, including visible sulfides suitable for visual logging. Color and drill a 50-meter vertical hole designed to enable a field trial of our coiled tubing drilling selective coring device and capture material in the core barrel for the first time. We're also able to deploy and test our locking while drilling smart bottom hole assembly with the integrated positioning tool utilizing Vasara technology and prototype locking while drilling gamma tool designed by the MinEx Project 4 team. We're also able to deploy conventional gamma and gyro tools as a part of the coiled tubing drilling locking workflow. Lastly, we managed to train and educate the second drill crew on the new drilling, locking and sampling systems. The Kapunda drilling exercise has provided invaluable experience and allowed us to improve the technology and refine drilling processes, data capture and sampling workflows on site. Since Kapunda, the CT rig and HPS have been mobilized and deployed in the Delamerian National Drilling Initiative campaign near Kurunda, 100 kilometers east of Adelaide, applying the learnings from Mawson Lakes and Kapunda, but in a very different drilling condition. For the first time, operating the Rocksplorer system in 24/7 operation, including remote internet operation of some of the systems. The MinEx Rocksplorer drilling team first drilled, sampled, locked and cemented a 335-meter drill hole, including casing through 235 meters of complex cover rocks, and operated a record 12-hour shift with 165 meters drilled. Secondly, the team drilled, sampled, locked and cemented a 310-meter hole in only 3 days. The field trials are driving rapid growth in our understanding of the CT drilling platform, testing new technologies and how to maximize productivity and sample quality whilst maintaining a safe and sustainable drill site. The drilling trial at Kapunda would not have been possible without the local engagement and support from EnviroCopper, Bridget at the station for housing us in her newly renovated railway station, the local drilling company Drillsmith and Leon Dickinson in particular for sharing his yard and equipment, and thanks to Jamie Lorner and Peter Bonner from Jadelco Contracting for supporting us with their equipment, and Jared Minchella from Scars Automotive that came to our help at a late evening with some local emergency machining for a fishing tool.